Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this daily huddle show with Mr. M. How you doing?
Doing great, feeling a little bit better, but back in Dubai, so the conference was amazing. Thank you for having me.
All right, thanks for coming in today. It was an awesome conference, right? We were at the Bitcoin MENA. We actually spoke on a panel. The panel was really small amount of people, but you know what? They were a very warm audience. They loved what we both had to say, and same with Carl as well. So it was an awesome panel, and I had a lot of fun. How about you?
Same, agree. It was fantastic second day on the conference, so really glad, and we probably do more and more. So
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to doing this in Vegas. Right? Hopefully, they'll give us a chance
likewise,
to speak in Vegas as well.
I'm sure they will. Yeah, likewise.
Awesome. So, Bitcoin. Well, now that we're back for the first day, it's been 2 days we've been off, and Bitcoin has been all over the place. We've seen now Bitcoin is at what 92K. It was at 94, and you know it makes you wonder: is Bitcoin going up? Is it going down? And you know what? I got a lot of people asking me that question, right? And what is my opinion on Bitcoin? First, I'm going to ask you, Mr. M, what is your opinion? Where do you think Bitcoin is going to go next year? Up or down? Is it going to be the bear market thing, or is it going to be going up because it's going to surprise everybody with the fact that, you know, there's going to be liquidity coming in?
I'm gonna say something interesting here because I'm in my studio and the hopium always on here. Right? When I come to you,
Always.
I have to turn it off, but here there is no there is no cap. So I think we will see a new all-time high in 2026.
Okay,
Confident.
it's not out of the realms of possibilities, but we have to go with what
The
has
data
happened in
is
the past and the data that we have, and so the probability of that is is still a probable. We could see like a percentage chance that's not zero. I would say it's a lot higher than 50% that we're gonna go and have a bear market. So there it is, right? So you want to go with that bet, right? Because it's greater than 50%. So you want to go with the one that's gonna, you know, give you the highest return. And so
the
that
most
effectively
probable.
means you have to prepare for a bear market, right?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think for now, the data is suggesting that the most probable outcome is maybe a correction. I agree, but we'll find out soon, right? Because technically, the bear market should begin January, or maybe already begun with this correction. So if we see a nice bounce, like a sustained bounce, like we are going to talk about later, maybe we can finally move away from the cycles. Or I don't know. I'm excited because we will find out soon, basically, right?
Exactly. I think so. I mean, here's the thing, right? A lot of people are talking about, a collapse, and then there's the great taking that's going to be coming, of course, and we'll talk about that in today's episode. And when that happens, right, people will start rushing into hard assets, right? The people who are not on the other side of the counterparty win, right? Right? Because hey, they have all their risk taken away, and it's given to the people who think they own stuff like gold certificates or futures contracts or what's it called, stocks. If you think you own stocks, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. Rude. Once if the stuff hits the fan, rude awakening. Anyways, with that said, guys, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let's head over to also head over to Mr. M's podcast and subscribe there if you haven't already haven't. It looks like you stalled out a little bit, right? Let's see here. Oh no, you're up to another 100, so it's 27.2. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Since we
Yeah, the
last
30,000 has been a grind.
yes, but that's okay. You know what? Slowly but surely, and then the next target is, 40,000. All right.
Exactly.
If you're interested in trading, you guys could do so at x.dj15.com. Links in the description below. And time to get some sats, right? Even though, you know what, I think the prices, Bitcoin might be going down. You still should be dollar costing average into Bitcoin. You have
This
a
year.
relatively decent price here to buy. It's below 100K. And everything that you add to, because if you're already in a process of buying, you don't have to worry about, okay, so when do I buy? You just buy, right? And so if you just, even if you say, okay, well, I will just, I'm not gonna. I have like $1,000 a week to put in, but I'm gonna put $100 a week, right, and keep the other to buy, increase that my stack, right, later on. Okay, as long as you have that base, DCA going, that means you at least have to come back and add to that DCA. At least you have something, and even if you forget to do that, increase your DCA. At least you've accumulated some Bitcoin, right?
Exactly. Showing up is the most important part. That's it.
Exactly. All right, some jokes, right? Bitcoin is that bicycle without spokes, and you know that joke where they always stick to a bicycle and then they blame the bicycle. Like they expect to blame Bitcoin by putting the spoke in, they're sticking the spokes, and it's like, wait, no, that didn't work. It's not Bitcoin's fault. You can't. It'll keep going. If you're on the Bitcoin bicycle, and the economy messes up, right, and tries to stick a stick into Bitcoin, it'll be like, no, we're still good. We're still
Not on today.
no. That's not working.
We have Luke in the chat, by the way. Good to see you, buddy. How's your me game going, Davinci? Are you still?
I'm in second place.
game?
I'm just that I've been slacking a little bit with the gaming, and then when I started playing, I screwed up. I actually started retiring too many troops, and they slapped me with, like, I lost 33 billion points, and it's so hard to get a billion points, man. It's so hard on that game, man. Jesus, that it was a devastating blow, right? And now the first place player is like far away from me. He's like 17 billion points away.
Damn.
Yeah. Damn isn't right.
Still
Okay.
Wonderful spot.
Yeah. Anyways. All right. Let me just get rid of this. Sorry. And then Bitcoin's 2025 roller coaster might end on a low. Yes. We're going to see Bitcoin probably end. What is this? What is this? On December 9th, with a series of recorded highs and crushing sell-offs. 2025 has been a roller coaster ride. Yeah. Bitcoin. What year is Bitcoin not a roller coaster ride, please?
Exactly.
I would like to know. I'd like to ride that one. I would like to go back in memory lane and ride that lane.
To have a non-roller coaster.
Exactly.
Bull market.
Yeah, that's
bear market.
Yeah. That's never going to happen, right? The world's largest cryptocurrencies, which is at risk of ending the year with first annual decline since 2022. Oof. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry,
on.
I wanted to ask you because I'm sure if you don't know, we can figure it out. When was the what number do we have to be in order to have a positive year? Is it 92 something? Do you remember?
I don't know actually.
Let me have a look on TradingView.
Yeah, I'm sure
That's true.
You could always ask ChatGPT, and then they'll tell you.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's true, because this could be the first year where we close negative.
All right, so Standard Charter slash is 2025 Bitcoin forecast to 100K, saying maybe we'll close at 100K, right? The bank
93.4. That's it. 93? Sorry, 93,400 ish. That's what we.
Oh, we might close above that a little bit.
Yeah, we're not that far. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit, little bit, right? But it's really difficult. If we do close above that, I'm wondering how the chart's going to look like in order for us to close on January 1, because then we're looking at a bear flag that's currently happening. But anyways, we'll talk about the chart analysis in my next show. All right. So anyways, let's move on to banks has cut its 2025 price target by half, because they're saying 200K, I guess, citing the end of the corporate buying and sharply slowing ETF inflows. Yeah, well, it is the bear market, probably. Bitcoin, British multinational bank Standard Charter has slashed it. Yeah. Well, we already know that. And didn't they say and it's pushed 500K long-term
by
target?
2030. Okay.
Okay,
So they're
well,
saying
yeah,
we're gonna move the post
exactly. Move the goalposts a little
forward.
bit to 500K, so to 2030. I don't know about that, but by 2030, right? By 2035, we should see something big happen between now and the next 10 years. Something big is going to happen. Bitcoin will be a lot higher than it is today. Okay, this guy, Michael Burry, likens Bitcoin to tulip mania, slams a 100K valuation. Famed investor Michael Burry, he's a famed investor, okay, compared Bitcoin to recent hype in the 17th century Dutch tulip bubble. And I'm like, who is this guy? Okay, all right. And I find out that, he is the one who profited from the .com, from the housing bubble, right? So Burry was famously predicted the 2008 housing market crash and told Lewis that Bitcoin surge to 100K is the most ridiculous thing he's ever seen. I understand why now. He argued that the blockchain based asset has enabled so much criminal activity to go deep under. I want to point out how this man is the biggest criminal ever, right? If you buy stocks, right, or buy any bonds or anything like that, shouldn't you be the one that owns them? Yes or no? Just yes or no?
Well, yes.
Right? Should you? If you don't agree, right, please put that in the comment section why you don't agree, right, in the chat, because I'd like to know. If you buy a stock or bond, you should be the one that owns it, right? I mean, if you don't agree with that, that's fine. But I'd like you to explain the logic behind that.
Exactly why you buying it, then, right?
So, and with that said, right, the laws are in place where you don't, right? You owe it to this guy. This guy has it, right?
Yeah.
And how does he have it, right? You're like, well, how does he have it? Well, because he opens up what's complex derivatives contracts, right, which guarantees him payment, right, from your assets. Simple as that, right?
Yeah, this is interesting.
So if you pay for something and then he gets it, doesn't that make him a criminal?
A thief.
Thief?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. It's just me. I just what I see. So effectively, this mofo, right, is calling Bitcoin crime when he's committing the biggest crime of all history, stealing from everyone.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Right?
And also, I mean, we did a class on the course on bubbles, right? So bubbles, they just go into a place where they never go back to. So if Bitcoin would have gone to, I don't know, $100 and then never revisited $100 ever, well, then you can't call it a bubble. Yeah, but this ain't happening yet.
Yeah. Exactly. I had to comment on this, right, and point out this is the comment I had to say, right. Most people will eventually die like Jews in a concentration camp. This is so hideous. It's appalling. It is appalling. When you finally understand this BS, right? No, that's not yours. Or okay, it is yours, but except if, in events of A, B, and C events. And B and C state that, well, if there's any kind of contract against your asset that you think is yours, well, it goes to that person.
Yeah, it's like it's yours until I want it to be. You have it until I want you to have it. Then when I don't want you to have it,
I want it, right? It's yours, but until I want it, it's not. It's yours until I want it. Then once I want it, then it's not yours.
Exactly, that's mine. So basically, it's been always yours from the beginning, right? I know. It's just, yeah. It's like when people think they own a house. Oh boy, yeah, sure. They have a piece of paper. Yeah,
no wonder wealthy people are running in bunkers and stuff like that. The pitchforks are going to come out heavy when they execute on this.
Well, if they have the fork, because maybe they don't even have them.
No, exactly.
Someone else has those. Oh, do you want to protest? Well, sorry, I have the stock of hammers and knives. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But it's coming. Like you said, why would not be the case if they have no bad intention whatsoever, why having a law that says it? Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't make
exactly.
sense. It
Exactly.
doesn't make sense. Oh, but don't trust me, bro. I'm not gonna use it,
Yeah.
but it's there.
Yeah. Trust me, bro. It's only if
Yeah,
the system breaks. I just want to take
unbelievable.
my money, which is your money, but it's my money.
Exactly. It's yours, but if I want it, it's mine. Just like, it's crazy. This is bananas. And they even, when they say, when you want to hide something, put it in plain view. That's it.
Well, no, this was not in plain view. This is part of the bankruptcy code and stuff like that. And
Okay,
it's
so
like
you have to go in
it's
deep.
in articles that are like deep inside, and then and they have like contingencies against contingencies against contingencies to make sure that they can take the money.
Yeah, of course.
Take it.
Yeah, of course.
You should read some of this thing. It's like, oh, by the way, if we forgot anything else, that also counts too.
Whatever we forgot at the time is fine.
Exactly. I'm like,
Damn. By the way, asterisks, whatever we want to put in
I'm
is
like,
going
how
to be
did this
legal.
get into the law?
Damn. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, on the United States dollar, it says property of the United States. So technically, the dollar itself doesn't belong to you. It never will.
Yeah. If you guys want to learn more about it, you can read it about it in The Great Taking. It's a book, right? He had references all the documentation, so you could always check it and double check this, and then you'll spend a lot of time scratching your head like, what? I don't get that. What do you mean by that? And then you have to go look that up, and then you have to then keep looking, and then you realize, oh, what? Didn't know stuff. Then your brain melts because they're like they double reference things and reverse things, and you're like, oh, if it's not then true, and then you're like, what? Right? I mean, it's horrible. It's horrible, right? This thing is like difficult to understand, but this guy he wrote the book on it, and yeah, it's called The Great Taking, and it's clear that they're set up to take everything you've got, and yeah, you'll be happy, right?
Yeah, you'll eat bugs and own nothing, right?
Exactly.
Damn.
All right. In other news, right? Jamie Dimon's saying, listen, dog, man, to Jack Muller. We debank Democrats. We debank Republicans. If they start messing with crypto, we debank them all, right?
Simple.
If you change policy that might harm us, we debank you, okay? I mean, come on. It's in the freaking agreement. We could debank you for whatever reason we want. And so maybe you should just listen to what we tell you to do, and then we won't debank you, right? Right?
Exactly. Exactly. It's easy.
It's simple.
It's simple.
It's
We
like,
just bank whatever we want.
yeah. I mean, you have to just obey us, and that won't happen.
Simple. I like that he says, "Hey, we don't care about politics. We debank everybody."
Exactly.
It's like we are
Anybody
equally.
who disobeys us, we debank them. It's not complicated. It has nothing to do with you being Democrat, white, black, or whatever.
You just get it. You're getting
You're
it.
not.
That's
You're
it.
not being us a good slave.
Damn.
Simple as that.
Easy. Sometimes, honestly, I'm thinking this is not even like none of these things.
This is a simulation, right?
I know. That's what I'm saying. This is crazy. These guys are going on TV and saying these things. Hey, don't
know,
worry. It's
exactly.
not about politics. We don't care. We debunk everybody. It's supposed to be a good news. Is that supposed to be a good thing? Man.
Oh my goodness, right? It's like crazy. And you know what? It's like you can't have. There's no such thing as like everything. You can't make payments. You can't run a business without a bank. So effectively, just like you can't run a business without electricity, and then electricity is a what's it called? A government asset now that you can't really take it away from somebody if they're paying, right?
Yeah.
So if somebody's paying for a bank account, they shouldn't be able to take it away because of the way the system is set up that everybody needs to have one. So, duh, right? Right?
Exactly. Yeah, the whole thing is getting really interesting, to be honest. That's
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, the crazy part is, like you said, they're just going on TV and saying these things, So it makes you think. Yep.
So there's an average of 0.053 BTC per company in the world, not per person,
That's it.
per
company.
corporation. Right?
Okay, that's interesting.
That's 21 million divided by 400 million. Michael Saylor removed that opportunity for 452 companies. So you're not going to get it in that 0.053 of your share as a corporation if you didn't buy it right now, right? What does that work out to be? 5,000. So a corporation that buys $5,000 worth of Bitcoin, they got their share. That's it.
Damn.
Right? And so if you were to have 0.01 will be far more than the average company will hold in the future. Yes, 100%, because they're not smart, not foresight enough to see, oh, so if I spend 5K now and store that in Bitcoin, oh wait, holy crap, I could run my whole company. Yeah.
Pretty much, huh? Pretty much. By the way, I've seen Saylor keynote yesterday. It was the second to last to the show, and then Zuby closed the panel, and the conference was finished. And a few minutes or hour, whatever later, they announced they bought more Bitcoin, right? So he said, we're not stopping, we're not selling, we're just laser focusing, right?
Exactly.
So the opportunity is gonna go shorter and shorter because this guy is gonna keep buying. That's it.
Let's keep going because we only got a few more minutes left. We're going to cut this a little bit early. So found support. Bitcoin found support on the average cost basis on ETF holders. Yes, so ETF holders, as you can see, around 80. What is it? 83 is the average cost basis.
83,000. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we bounce off that support. Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Hopefully we can hold it. Right.
WTF, money liquidity injection already started. Damn. U.S. Treasury injected 70 billion. A lot of us think about that 70 billion and think, wow, that's a lot of money. But to the U.S. government, you know what that is? Tell me, what do they think about that?
I think they can just go into the back door and print a little bit more.
It's called a rounding error.
Yeah.
Whoops. Sorry. We messed up on the math there. Rounding error.
Yeah, just a few zero that we can just don't worry about it.
70 billion. That's nothing. Whatever. What's a few 70 billion here or there?
What is that clock has? Do you know the number at the top of your head? Is it 37 trillion? I want to say, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's 37 trillion.
37 trillion, yeah. That clock. I think there's even a website that shows you, right? Damn.
I know, it's insane.
38.4.
Damn, already?
Yeah, we've gone up a trillion. What's the trillion between friends? Damn. You can check it with the US.
See, that's what I told you. It's a rounding error because you went 38. You went the 38.4, right?
Yeah.
Did you see how a 70 billion would not even
count? Exactly. Not even in the frame.
It's not even a number.
Damn. Yeah, spot on. Oopsie. Yeah, 38.4. True. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's like counting 7 cents. Like, whatever.
Unbelievable. Yeah, true. Yeah. That was actually the actual factual proof that is rounding error.
And so, anyways, the average purchase point of all the spot Bitcoin ETF inflows. Okay. What's this saying? What's it? Why? Bitcoin's average purchasing price. Okay, another average purchasing price. Sorry. Alrighty. Global central bank liquidity has been stuck in the tight range between 28 trillion and 30 trillion since 2022. Okay, that's good. So now we're going to get a little bit more liquidity. Maybe we'll get up to the 40 trillion, right? They're going to add a little bit more, right? Since, the repo markets are a little bit distressed and, JP Morgan can't put gas in his jet. So, we need to make sure that, he gets some free cash for that, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah. And then he gets his big bonuses, right? He's going to write himself a nice big bonus, right? With that cash because, hey, the Fed gave it to him. So, hey. Well, that's it. That's part of bottom line revenue, right? Anyways.
Very much.
Every time this happens in the past, Bitcoin entered a clear accumulation sideways phase without a strong alt season. Yeah, well, we'll see. That would be interesting, right? If we don't get a full, because this is also a possibility. We just bounced between 83 and 100K for all of next year.
2026,
People would hate that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That would be.
It'd be just as bad as a bear market.
That'd be brutal. I mean, you said something the other day. You said 70% of the time Bitcoin doesn't do anything, right? So
yeah, 70%. No. Here's the thing: it's markets trend 30% of the time. That means this is a trend, right? Up here, and then this is a trend down, and then this.
Yes, sorry, doesn't do anything. I meant goes sideways, kind of. Yeah,
consolidations. So markets consolidate and go sideways 70% of the time, but trend only 30% of the time. So this is a trend here, right? Right, you can see this is a trend there, right? See, no, this is a trend, and this is the consolidation, right?
Yeah.
So you can see the trend, consolidation. So, right. So consolidate. So these things, small sideways, are consolidation. This is a trend here, sideways, trend. Sideways a little bit, trend. You see all these things, all these movements, right? And so you could do that on a macro scale or a micro scale. It's the same thing, right? Anyway, breaking. Bitcoin pumped 3K from 90K to 93. It went up to 94 actually.
Yeah,
with shorts getting liquidated, but this was pure manipulation, of course. Yeah, I have to agree with that. It just came out of nowhere, and it came in like seconds, right?
It was super fast, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it was BS, right? So obviously, somebody was messing with it when there was no liquidity to get this shorts out.
Yeah, I think. Do you think it might have to do with the FOMC meeting? There is a 88% probability they were gonna change the interest rate. Maybe that's volatility coming in. People are trading in the market. Maybe.
Yeah, but no, because I mean, it's just the market does what the market does. Whenever there's a lot of people, because 90% of the traders lose money, so because they don't understand that there's somebody else looking at all their trades and then go, oh, well, we're gonna move the price there to screw those people up. That's just the way
fair
it
enough.
is,
Yeah,
right? And that's that you can count on happening. That we're gonna screw those people and get the money, get paid, right? So this is how 90% people lose, right? Because there's somebody who's looking at all the trades and going, okay,
how can we?
How can we maximize our money, right? And screw these people and take our money. Because hey, they're gambling, and we're gonna cash in. They're gonna lose that bet. That's it. Anyways, Binance just saw its biggest ETH inflow since spring of 2023, with 160K ETH moving into the exchange.
Ooh, that's
Open interest is around 17 billion, showing traders are taking more risk again. I don't know about that. I think they're going to be trying to get out. Damn.
Maybe they want to sell their Ethereum to buy Bitcoin. Just hope you much.
I think this thing got out of order, but anyways, the Bitcoin mining costs are average. Has gone up a little bit. That's okay. It's still under the current price, right?
Yeah, exactly. So positive.
And I wanted to talk about this one. Tommy Lee, another 400 million in Ethereum. Now, dude. Wow, dude, man. Because did you not know that Bitcoin is probably going down? You might want to spread that out a little bit. But whatever. Well, maybe he's spreading out. Maybe then he is spreading out his money, right? And he's got a few billies, maybe 70 billion, maybe that rounding area he's got to spread out across Ethereum, and then that makes sense. Then it makes sense that all right, fine. I'm going to start with these small amounts, right? Because it is a small amount in comparison to 70 billion, right? Dollars, right?
Yeah.
That you want to move in, right? You don't want to move in all 70 billion now, right? That'd be a disaster.
Was Tommy Lee saying that he was expecting Ethereum to get to what, $70,000 per coin?
Yeah. I think he has some serious mental problems, right? That's all.
I know. I think he should seek help.
Right.
Damn.
All right. So with that said, let's go to quick Q&A and then call it a day.
So I saved a few. Okay, Nazim says, can I really retire with 0.01 Bitcoin? I have 0.02. Okay, first of all, never tell us how many Bitcoin you have. It's not a good thing because it's not safe and you shouldn't share, right? You agree, Davinci, that you should never say how many Bitcoin?
Yeah, exactly. I know. Yeah, people ask
And
me all the
then-
time, and we just tell them. Unfortunately, we lost it all in a boating accident. So yeah.
Oh, I found a GIF I'm going to have to send you later. Remind me. My brother sent me something hilarious. I'll send it to you on WhatsApp later. Speaking about losing Bitcoin on a boat.
Yes.
Okay, so my question to you would be, how long do you want to wait? Because 0.01 is not going to give you $1 million tomorrow. But if you have a longer time frame,
20 years, yeah, you'll be crushing it.
exactly, it might take you somewhere. Davinci, keep that laugh up. I have depression, and your laugh and your show really helps me. Oh, that's amazing.
I'm glad.
Thank you, Matoshi. Thank you for tuning in. We see you every day. So it's really cool. Hello, gentlemen. What is the Satoshi currency? Can someone help me, please?
Well, Satoshi is just the unit, the smallest unit of Bitcoin. So, for example, you were asking what is Satoshi, and then that's the same as saying what is a penny.
Exactly.
Right? So a penny is 1/100th of a dollar, right? You can split a dollar into 100 units, right? And each unit is called what? A penny. Well, Bitcoin has the same kind of design, right? You can split a Bitcoin into 100 million units. And what is that one unit that you split it up to called? What's it called? It's called a Satoshi.
Exactly. It's a piece of Bitcoin, right?
Yep.
Aside Bitcoin, which other currency can I buy? Well, you can buy the dollar, the pounds, the euros. I'm kidding. I think he was asking about other coins. I don't recommend anything else, so I would stick with Bitcoin. But it's up to you.
Exactly. I mean, if you
No
want to
financial
dabble
advice.
in everything else, I mean, we all dabble here in different cryptos,
Exactly.
but Bitcoin is our main thing that we buy.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
All
Sorry.
right. Let me know if you see anything else in the chat. I'm scrolling now as we speak.
Yeah, I don't see it. Let's see here. Why not BTC? No, I was just talking to somebody else.
Oh yeah, someone said something about XRP, but yeah. So,
Yeah. Enough. They're just goading us.
yeah, maybe this one, maybe Alex. How about this the log cycle? Been following the power law crowd, and now there is a theory about periodicity and peaks, and I would like to have your thoughts.
I'm not sure.
I mean, the power law is basically predicting that kind of consistent growth to infinity, right? And then Plan C, in which I'm going to speak to him tonight, as always, he has this kind of power law where he has channel of regressions and the quantile model. There are a lot of different charts at the moment, but it's always been like this. Remember when we had Plan B and he was doing the stock to flow? I don't think it's as popular anymore, but back in the days it was really
Yeah,
a model everyone was...
It didn't work. It broke that stock to flow model.
Exactly, but then he did a version 2, version 3. He did a few other models. And now I don't know what he's predicting, but I think he was still in the camp of $1 million by the end of 2025. So it might be a smidge off.
Davinci, are you doing the little old lady strategy? Whenever I invest in anything, like guys put a few dollars in anything, as soon as it doubles, I sell half. That's the little old lady strategy. Simple as that. And I get Bitcoin. Doubles again, I sell half and get some more Bitcoin.
Exactly.
It's not complicated.
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't require like a PhD, right? But you seem to, when you had the meme coins, right? You were like, I could go higher. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, no, I have zero self-control. This is why I could never be a trader. Like it's not for me. I could go higher.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not for me. What do you think 0.01 will be worth in 5 years? That's a good question. Let's say, first of all, one Bitcoin will be worth in 5 years. Then we can divide it by 0.01.
Yeah,
5 years, what do you think?
We can speculate all we want on what the number is going to be, and we don't have we can't be exactly right. But will it be higher than it is today? I can guarantee you that. right?
Exactly.
I guarantee you that in 5 years from now, it will be a lot higher than where it is, right? It might be 300 to 500,000, right? And it could be even crazier, right? It could be, right? If the dollar doesn't hold up, then it'd be a lot crazier. So imagine if the great taking happens in the next 5 years and they take everybody's wealth. Well, then you'll be the only one that has wealth, right? Because most people have, they don't own their Bitcoin directly. They just, let somebody else hold it. And so as long as you're holding that, you were actually holding that on 0.1 Bitcoin, you'll be richer than, some of the wealthy people who they didn't bother buying any real assets. And even though they might have some real assets, their debts probably don't what's it called, cover what their net doesn't cover. So they end up with, oh my God, I've got nothing now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
A negative net worth because they took all my stocks.
Because they were never mine.
They were never yours.
They got it back.
They just documented that. It was never yours. So It's currently scary because you know what? It's messed up because they can always just print more money and just give it to you for the stock, right? But at the same time, right, what happens is then there'd be a lot more money and then you can't buy that stock back at the same price, right? You end up losing as the stock will just pump crazy because everybody will try to get back in with the cash that they got. It'll be interesting times.
Yeah. I think one way to reinterpret this question, which I get it a lot, by the way, I wouldn't try to predict how much Bitcoin will be worth in 5 years. I would try to think about what can I do from now in the next 5 years and what's my best edge.
Yeah, like how can I get more Bitcoin in the next 5 years?
Exactly. That should be the shift. Instead of trying to catch a random number, like Davinci said, it's going to be higher, I agree, but we don't know how much. It could be double, 3 times, 4 times, who cares? But the question would be, what can I do from now until the next 5 years to stack as much as I can? And is there anything else who's going to do better than Bitcoin? This is something I would focus on, if it makes sense. Good to see you, Tammy. This one maybe is interesting. Your thoughts on the 4-year cycles still in play?
I think so. They're in play. It's still in play until they're not, right? And I don't think that's the case. I think we've already, like I said, if we broke the 103 level, it's lights out, and it's still lights out. We're still below the 103 level. We're still below lots of key metrics to indicate that we're in a bear market. Now, is it possible that we things change and we're just going to pump next year because there's so much liquidity or there's an issue. People realize that the system is broken next year and they start going into Bitcoin. I don't know. But at the end of the day, right, if everything stays equal, I think we're going to have a bear market, most likely.
I think you said it well the other day. You said, until data proves otherwise, we are in the bear market, right?
Exactly.
And you see, I have an opinion, but it's not based on data or on facts. It's just a feeling, so it's worth nothing because I can't. But like you said, for now, the data is suggesting we still are following the 4-year cycle. But soon, in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, we'll find out if. Maybe not. Maybe then the new all-time high is going to come in April, whatever. But I guess we'll find out soon if the cycles are still repeating and or relevant.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. I guess that's the last question for today. Thank you guys for watching the Daily Huddle Show. I really like Keyston, not Ledger. So I just noticed that there was one more person there. And I think that's the best thing to do is use the Keystone, not Ledger. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on the next Daily Huddle Show. Peace.
Don't use Ledger.